Hi, Beck Mack here for Pops Art, and I am at Jan Manton's gallery to have a chat to Jan Manton about Dadang's Christanto's work, which is here, which is part of the upcoming Trace exhibition throughout West End. Hey Jan, how are you?
Beck, hi, nice to see you.
Now, thanks for having us. Now, this is the work that will be in the show. It's a really powerful piece, and it is a disturbing piece. Can you tell us about the story behind this?
Sure. This is a motif that Dadang uses always in his work. It relates to a really important and significant part of his life. When he was a young boy, his father was taken from the home in the middle of the night, and he's never been seen since, so presumably killed. And along with the millions of others that were in that same fate in 1965, 66 in Indonesia. So Dadang uses this motif always in his art, and it's about remembering those people that were tortured and killed and never they've never found the bodies, so there's no record of that. So it is a disturbing piece, but it is Dadang saying someone has to remember. The government's not remembering, it's not recorded in anything, and the school's curriculum isn't being used to record this either. So someone has to remember, and Dadang saying, I'm the witness and I'm remembering.
Yeah. And you were saying a little bit earlier that as he's got older, it's got sort of a more graphic, and there's sort of it's more like, I guess, it has to be recognised now. You know, he's getting older, he's running out of time. If he's one of the few people that remembers, then history is in his paintings.
Absolutely. And he was saying to me just last week that he's now 60 years old. He said, I'm an old man, I'm a senior artist, and it's now my time to really push this. And as I said, he's used the motif before, usually of the face, and it's been more stylized, but these are the really graphic works about. The title of this show is Capture, Torture, Kill, Throw. So, you know, he's really stating what happened. And interestingly...
And that's rare for someone just to come out like that so clearly and just say it as it is around these issues that are global. Like, I know that this is a specific story, but unfortunately this is not just in Indonesia in the 60s.
That's exactly right. And he has taken these, or used these images, imaginary images, because he did hear that there were some documentation, some photographs taken of people when they were being tortured. And he tried to find that photographer, and he traced that person down, but unfortunately he died. And the documentation had been destroyed, or it isn't found. And so this is him imagining what those photographs might have been as a record.
And just looking at the work, the actual technique it's a beautiful rendered piece of work. There seems like there's quite a few different materials used. Can you tell us about the process of making this piece?
Sure. It's on canvas, and he uses a really raw canvas, or a Hessian canvas, and will prime it with a clear gesso. And then he's used charcoal, uses a lot of rubbing. You can see where he's, rubbed it, and then used acrylic as well. So charcoal and acrylic. And the size is really the impact of this work is the size. It's almost life size.
Yeah, and a beautiful texture coming through there. It's gorgeous. So what's coming up for the artist? Is there a show that he's working on at the moment?
Yeah, he's in Malaya at the moment, and he's working on some new work, and that will be, he has international galleries as well as galleries here in Australia, so he's working on an international show, and he'll be working towards work for me with a show next year as well. Yeah.
So Trace is about taking work out of the galleries. You're a gallerist. How do you feel about this?
I think it's great. No, it's good to get the work out of a gallery, and I'm all for that. And my first time in this project or this activity, and West End, great community, so I'm really happy to support.
Well, thank you so much for your time. And this is where art really steps into another zone, which is about activism and changing our perceptions of history and who we are as humans. So an amazing piece. Thank you.
Thanks, Beck.